Does my main character actually look like that? You in your brain deduce that I look like that. Hello? Episode 2, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. Play from the start of this episode? Yes. Thank you.
In a corner of that small, dark room, Sholmes and I waited with bated breath. In time, there came from the ventilator a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound. Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness. "You see it, Wilson?" he yelled, his tense voice reverberating through the air. I raised my dark lantern's shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner when he started whispering to me. The victim's most perplexing final words. The Speckled Band.
The Speckled Band.
I believe this is the terrible coil to which you referred, Wilson. In front of us was an enormous adder, its fangs bared as it threatened to strike.
Oh, that's the Speckled Band. It truly
was the most terrible Speckled Band I had ever seen.
Oh, dealing with snakes, okay. Dealing with snakes, okay. Snickaroos. I was hyped for Blastoise coming on the first. Hell yeah, I'm super hyped for that too. Super hyped.
So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder.
Oh yes, please.
Pray, do excuse me. The cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to be a locked room mystery.
I hate those so much.
In his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor. Almost certainly with the ink from this upset bottle. A Russian word.
Okay, Sholmes.
So the victim was a Russian man then. And the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time.
What is compos mentis?
It's the most extraordinary script. And evidently not penned by the same hand as this message. In fact, I deduce it was written by someone of a different nationality.
Sholmes was going so fast.
This paper seal was placed just prior to the incident by the victim himself, I would venture.
Oh, chemicals, okay.
Well, what have we here?
What?
Who are you, and what do you think you're doing here?
No one must touch before maritime police.
We
must wait.
That won't be necessary. In less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
Oh.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
Who are you, and where have you come from?
Yeah, for real.
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the world. Herlock Sholmes. I presume you must have heard of me.
I just love the play they did on his name. Herlock Sholmes. Okay. See, it would have been cool if it was Herlock Holmes. But it wouldn't make sense because then that would mean like he would be German. And then, yeah. Because Gavin was cool. I thought he was German and stuff. But anyways. My head is throbbing. See, Arsène Lupin did it first, but I still love references like that. Yeah, references in this game are amazing. And yes, I am hyped for Blastoise coming out on the 1st. I'm actually pretty hyped about that too. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Wait. I can't move. What the? Oh no. Oh no. He thinks we're the killer. Oh my god. Can we have a game where we're not the killer for once? Why am I in handcuffs? And hello, Simple T334. Welcome. So you wake up now, We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. You found me then. Da. We found you, and now you pay criminal. Criminal with a K. Capital ass K. Criminal. You criminal. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe? Sorry. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. Unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is. Okay, damn. You just found me in the closet. I just woke up. Chill. Oh my god. And I'm doing good. And yes, it's been a while. But no, I'm doing great, actually. I'm feeling pretty refreshed and energized. I'm doing amazing today. No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Isn't that... What? Oh, hi! You found me! Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? Miss Susato! Wait, what did you just say? Take his life? Right, okay. And hi, Shadow, hello. Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Wait. Ha! You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. What? Where's Kazuma? Whoa! You're, whoa! Hello? Hello? Bro, we saw him. We literally saw Kazuma last week. What? Thank you for the follow, Infinite Chaos. What? And Catlike234, hello. What? Here, in this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? Please, do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Kazuma's no. I don't believe that. I don't believe he's dead. Because if Herlock Sholmes came in and was like, oh, this looks like it's in German and shit, and in a different language and stuff, like, it can't be him. Because he doesn't know German. He's Japanese. But he can't be. And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. What is going on? Aw, thank you so much, Infinite Chaos. I appreciate that. I'll be uploading more stuff soon. It's just this week has been busy. It was it's my father's birthday week, so I've been like trying to spend time with him and then trying to manage getting videos out, but expect my YouTube to have like just an overhaul of uploads randomly throughout this week and next week. Oh god. No, go back. Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. For real, like we saw him like yesterday. You were just here. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? Kazuma! Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study? Oh my god. Don't tell me that we had the bright idea, or he had the bright idea, to stuff me inside a wardrobe so then I could be his cargo to go to England so then we can just chill together? Are you fucking crazy, Kazuma? And then you somehow died and now I'm being blamed for it. Hello? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was going to die. Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. You must be even less of a man than you are. No, he needs some milk. Just give him milk and he'll be built. Hey, honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you. I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. No. It's like Big Sis all over again. Give him the milk. No, like, this is literally like Ace Attorney 1 repeat. Because then fucking, what's her face dies? No. I forgot her name. I already forgot her name. But anyways, Phoenix's instructor, you know, mentor, whatever, she dies in like the 2nd episode. So like, why is the best friend dying in the 2nd episode? Why are you doing this? They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. Mia, there it is, Mia, yeah. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? From our faithful judicial assistant, Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I suppose so. Apparently not, because you're dead now, so I'm fucked. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. I know it's cramped, but you better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write keep out or something on this piece of paper? What? Oh, Jesus. Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. I don't know. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How could this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together. 15 days. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer. Okay, look, chill. No, I'm not a murderer. Da, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away on this ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. Oh boy. Susato-san. I didn't do it. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. I didn't do it. Very well. But there's something I would like to ask of you too. Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Okay, let's just go straight to the point. What Kazuma's death? What happened? He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? Oh boy. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? There's no access to the cabin via a porthole window, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me. The cause of death is still undetermined. They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. So presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then? That's true, yes. Okay. The punch noises are taking me out. I hope we can visit more locations this case instead of just the courtroom. Oh yeah, definitely Catlick for sure. Because I think just the first case is just to get the tutorial going on how court works. Literally, like, Ace Attorney games aren't this long. Like first cases aren't that long. This is hands down the longest. That was the longest first case in Ace Attorney history. So these should be a lot more versatile, more methodical, and probably low-key and maybe shorter than the first case, but we'll see. But that was long. Alright, Susato-san, what about the incident? Can anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please, whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Okay, look, bitch, I'm saying I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Can you shut the fuck up and tell me? Thank you. Like, fuck. Well, yes, I was, but... Holy shit. He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I can sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door? I wonder. I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma-san collapsed on the floor. Oh god. I don't want to believe it's him. I really don't want to believe he's dead. I really don't want to. I really don't want to believe he's dead. But, oh god. I really don't want to believe he's dead. I really don't want to believe he's dead. I really, really, really don't want to believe he's dead. I don't believe he's dead. I don't want to believe he's dead. I don't want to believe he's dead. I don't want to believe he's dead. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. No, if Kazuma is actually dead, I think somebody killed him, or maybe may have poisoned his food, or something, and then, I don't know, or there's like some secret escape route, like a vent or something, right, that they escaped through, but then I think that like, they wrote whatever they did in Russian, and they took Cosmo's finger and wrote it down. Because I highly doubt Cosmo knows Russian. So, oh yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that blood writing before in Danganronpa. I've only known Cosmo for 5 minutes, and I'm upset he might be dead, right? Like, I'm mad. I'm personally mad. This is all very hard to believe for me too, trust me. Now, I've told you everything that I know. So this is my turn to ask you a question. Yes, alright. My head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing like anything. Oh, damn, okay, stowaway. This is getting in depth. Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway. Didn't you? Yes. Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-san's cabin for so long without him noticing? No, that would have been impossible, obviously. He knew I was here. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together. Yeah. He actually asked you? But why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. I don't understand. Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? Just smuggle him in a bag, which he did. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then that you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Oh, okay. Cosmo wants us to experience advanced lawyering in England. That's so sweet. Well, yes, he did say that, but I think I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then then what? Nothing. Forget it. What? Just say it. Just say it. Hello? Kazuma-sama he was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought he could do that with you. Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san, have they said that the Russian word written blood means it? No, they did not, Cadillac, not yet. I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowing away on this ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right. Yes. I can't speak. Word perfect, in fact. Yes. Okay, last night. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Wait, what? What was the lead? What did... Okay. I don't know what was deleted that you said, Cadillac, but if it was a spoiler or something, then my mom's probably erased it. So, yeah, if there's any, like, if you say any spoilers or anything, my mods will erase your message just so that like I don't read it, so it's not ruined, I guess, for me. But it's better to see how it plays out. Okay. Okay. Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep. Yes, I fell asleep. Well, yes. So deeply that you didn't even stir when Kazuma-sama was killed. Okay, look, lady, can you not? Well, yes. Look, leave me alone, Susato. Just fucking go continue on with the case. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do, but it's the truth. If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? I probably got whacked in the head or something, I don't know. Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please, forget it. Susato-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. Ugh. Ugh, indeed. Ugh. Susato kinda sus. I don't know. We have to see. But I don't think it's Susato. I don't even fucking know who could it be during this whole thing. I don't know. But we're gonna see this play out. Kazuma, I don't understand why. Why did this have to happen? I can't take this. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. Oh my god, lady, please. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Bye, bitch. Oh, she hit me. Susato? What the? Okay, now she's sus. Bitch just like drop. What? That was a Susato takedown. Susato what? What martial art form is that? Yo, she's strong. I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry, prove it? Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to? Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. You know what? Oh, yes, that is there. How would he be able to get out of the wardrobe without the paper seal being broken? Examine. Yes, this is the paper seal I wrote for the wardrobe. I remember really working hard to make it. But I'll never forget how Kazuma reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that, he said? Still, I was sure people would get the idea, even if they couldn't read it. So we use it anyway. And it worked. I don't know if the crew thought it was creepy or what, but no one opened the doors. Yes, and it's sticky, yes. You can see the remnants of glue we used to stick this over the wardrobe doors. Although it wasn't proper glue, of course, we didn't have any of that with us. So I pulverized some rice into a paste to use instead. But a stowaway like me, every single grain of rice represents precious rations. That's why I spread it as thinly as I possibly could. I couldn't bear to waste any. Aww. Yes.
Yes!
Yes. Tell me, when was I discovered in the wardrobe before? Was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember it clearly. I thought so. Cosmo always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or other crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Yeah, bitch. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Bitch, 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 bitch. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-san thought highly of you. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was trying to fucking tell you. I'm not the culprit, you fucking bitch. Thank you. Thank you, Susato-san. Now, do you think perhaps he could help me up? Because he kind of drop-kicked me. God. Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here, at least. Thank you. So, you finally believe me? Yes. I'm sorry. No. Oh, fuck you. Okay. I give up. I give up. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back. We are in ancient Japan. You guys don't even have... You barely have cars. Alright. What mechanism can I use to stick things on a door? There is nothing in this cabin that I could have conjured up to make a machine or mechanical way to stick it on the door. There's no way. There's no way. What does she think I am? A magician? There's no way. For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I just like you're still talking to her while you're upside down. Oh. Conjuring trick? Would she think this is Harry Potter for real? Alright, let's investigate. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work, Shisato-san. Please, don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. I shall be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you missing your conjuring... Oh, want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Right, yeah, because I'm gonna use tricks. Right. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear. I will avenge your death. Ooh, new mechanics! Okay. Oh, I'm in handcuffs and under house arrest by the crew. Not to mention Susato-san's constant glares. I think it's fair to say that I'm stuck in this cabin, for the time being at least. I should focus on investigating in here to see what I can find out. Alright, okay, so let's examine things. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. The vents. I already have a... Here is my theory, right? If this is an escaping thing. My theory is that the killer came inside, right? they came inside, and then they're all like, oh my god, Kazuma, and Kazuma's like oh my god, and then kills him however way he does. Knows that we're apparently inside here or some shit, I don't know. But then he's like, oh my god, and then he somehow gets into the vents, and then he escapes, and then puts the vent in place. Or here's another thing. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a hole behind this wardrobe thing that he used. Now how he pulled it back, I don't know. But that could be a thing too. I just think there's some other way to escape, like some false planking on the floor or something that he could have used to escape, right? Now if Kazuma took his own life, then that's a different story. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and investigate. I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that. I suppose. Maybe that's it. Oh dear, that won't do. Oh, what's the matter, Susato-san? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly. Yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san? What? I already see, I'm big brain, right? I figured that out already. Thank you, game. I'm sure you're careful to look around using right and left D-pad. Yes, I already did that. Now let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Thank you. I already did the first corner. Yes, let's do that. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. But I did that already. Oh god. This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Dot dot dot, yes. Shall we give it a little try? Yes. In the interest of cultural research, obviously. Oh god. Ding ding. Hello? I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. Oh. No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, the wardrobe. Let's examine the wardrobe. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san? I think living isn't quite the right description. He's been in there. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although, it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. No. No, sadly not. Oh boy. Oh, I like that. There's a little check mark right here. Yeah, there's a little check mark that shows. I like that. Oh, and I just realized that you guys can see the vent. So like right here, yes, that's the vent up here, right here. Venti Rooney. That's the vent that I was talking about. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the desk. This is where dear Kazuma-sama would have sat whenever he was writing. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though his last entry is incomplete, which means... What? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. What do you mean that's out of the question? I need to know for research purposes. What? Kazuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? Because if I'm not gonna read it, Herlock Sholmes is gonna read it. All right, I won't read it. Okay, well, Herlock Holmes is gonna read it. Poor Kazuma-sama. I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? Oh boy, this is gonna be an interesting case. A very interesting case. Okay. Zip the suitcase. Susato, do you want to figure this out or not? That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. Yeah, I just broke my bones and my back trying to fit in the case. Memories? What do you mean? Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Yes, I see it says "this way up" in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized a foreign crewman wouldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Oh dear. Being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Oh, romantic you say? Oh, so you too, Susato, are into the yaoi genre, and you want Naruhodo and Kazuma-san to have intimate relations, yes? Yes? Well, it was less painful than a Susato takedown. Oh god, I ship that. I will ship that couple 100%. I ship that. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. But he doesn't know Russian. Look, Shadow. Yes. See, Infinite Chaos knows it. Romantic? Yes. I don't want to hear that word from your mouth again. You don't want to hear yaoi from my mouth again? Oh, too bad, Shadow. Then I suppose he wrote this message. But that says German. Or I said German. That is Russian. For all I know, it says Rapia-Pob or something. I don't know. Rapia-Pob. Poor Kazuma-sama. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments. Was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. Wait, you're right. He doesn't know Russian. Gotcha. I'll bring it up to you, Shadow, to buck you. What the chaos? Oh god, but I can't read your handwriting. Yeah, this because Sherlock Holmes said it's Russian. Fucking, these are Japanese people. Unless we don't know. Unless Kazuma studied different languages behind our backs. I highly doubt he would learn English much sooner than Russian. I don't think that's Japanese. No, it's not Japanese. What? Then what language is it? Da is Russian. Pains to admit it, but I don't know. You heard Herlock Sholmes say it's Russian or some shit. It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, I wonder? Oh, hello? So you're just gonna come in like that? Like, the fuck? He wasn't there a minute ago. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. Oh, how did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. That's the guy who busted us. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? Fuck no. Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san looks almost uncontrollably excited? By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press A on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Thank you, Susato! Alright then, I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Oh, please do. Okay. Examine. And then let's us talk. What happens if I try to examine something else? What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute, a little netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick-like hue. Yes, you're right. It is a color of bricks, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Maybe Kazuma shit bricks when he got killed. I don't fucking know. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. What's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if perhaps it was Kazuma-sama's doing, his warning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. And then perhaps it was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage. I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Hi, Lumpy! Hello! Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess. It's taking downward dog in a literal sense. That's tampering with the crime scene! What are you doing? You tampered with the crime scene! What are you doing? That is tampering with the crime scene! These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. Buria. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. But Kazuma has his big-ass sword, so... What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I think he's more of a dangerous pet. I can't decide. He's more of a dangerous pet. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. The sound of Ganon makes it all Buria! Buria! Actually, yeah, it does sound like that. Even though it's more Doria, but it does sound like that. When I went for help and the Creven forced the door open, this bolt had been firmly closed. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides across to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. I didn't do it. Calm the fuck down. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense. I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. But the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. Okay. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. You need to chill, Susato, alright? I am just trying to do my job and to make sure that I am not guilty. That's my dinner from last night, a roast chicken. It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. But Kazuma-sama did not like the chicken at all, did he? No, that's right. So, he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no, does that mean poor Kazuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible that he'll be fine. Don't worry, he'll be fine. Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. Floor ice cream, ew. There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. Yes, it's strange. Last night, when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still. No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Because you were in a bloodthirsty killing rage, that's why. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened to Kazuma-sama. No. Okay, let's examine the sword. He's dead, he'll be fine. Oh my god. Floor ice cream gives you health. No, oh my god. No, that's Kazuma-sama's precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Is he really gone? God damn it! He's really dead. Oh my god. Seigi, the Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. Yet can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing you drew them so thoughtfully? Oh, knowing who drew them so okay, look. You need to chill the fuck out, Susato. Yes, of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this ship? Look, we don't talk about the finer details. Can you just, like, shut the fuck up? How about that? Now you're going to bring that up? Now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Gosh, she's such a bitch. Okay, so it looks like we checked everything that we could. Yeah, we checked everything that we could. I'm not talking to the guy because he's just gonna say gibberish. Okay, yeah, it looks like we looked at everything. All right, Herlock, how's it going? Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh, this is a critical point in my investigation. What the fuck are you doing? Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. A Rose saying shut the fuck up mashup video. That's like every stream, I swear to God. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Oh, hello. Greetings. Hi. Can you not, like, teleport everywhere? Holy shit, dude. What exactly were you doing on Cosmo's desk just now? I see. Fascinating. Sorry, what do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh, yes, everything is clear now. What? The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. The goggles. His goggles are cool, though, I will say that. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. You are very highly mistaken. Now I'm convinced you're a sham. You are a complete sham. He's a sham. Sorry? What? And now, while venturing toward foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that's true at least. Cause our character totally looks like they're from Afghanistan. but how? How the deuce did I know that, perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being as you are a merciless revolution. I am not of the from the Russia portion of the region. You know, I'm more Japanese, Nihon, you know, more in that area. Completely opposite ends. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower? What? Is he like spilling the beans on what the true killer is trying to do? And when the bare-boned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. See, but I'm not Russian. Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Look, your special eyes don't mean shit in this case because you got everything wrong. Just to be clear, you are talking about me, are you? Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name? I'm not a Russian assassin. I am a scrawny Japanese man who's been eating rice for like the past 15 days because my friend decided to drag me on a goddamn suitcase. I clearly don't fit the bill. I don't even see one person who fits the bill. That pose is great. Oh god, I already love his character though. So it's true. It was you who did this to... Susato! I am not a Russian man who killed 16 other people! Hello? What? And you're plotting a revolutionary... Okay, Susato. I'm clearly planning a revolution, yes. It's shameful behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked. No, listen. There's... Oh my fucking god! Oh my, now explain yourself, tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Oh my fucking god. Look, oh my god. How could you do it? For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Ah, but was I not right? No. Whilst adventuring toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Look, I would think anybody that's on a foreign adventure would find themselves in a troubling predicament at any point during their trip, whatever the case would be. Well, yes, maybe. Ha! There you have it, you see. What do you make of that, Where's the evidence? Well, to be honest, this ship is en route to England, and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So, I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles. You see, I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right. No, you are wrong. You are so wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. I don't think you introduced yourself. My apologies. How remiss of me. I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. I'm Herlock Holmes. The inimitable? I was gonna say the intimitable. I'm like, what? The inimitable Herlock Sholmes. So, it's really you, the actual Herlock Sholmes? The very same, the inimitable actual Herlock Holmes. Okay, words, please. Do you know this man, Susato-san? The most famous detective in the world? Naruhodo-san, of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. What planet have I been living on, then? We must ask him what he's deduced. He'll have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Because he's a sham, that's why. This is gonna go really bad. So, Herlock, what have you discovered? So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what's your name again? Indeed, I am none other than the only Herlock Sholmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock? Was it? See, I said Herlock. I'm like, that would be cool if it was German, and it would be like Airlock, or yeah, Airlock, because H-E-R-R is pronounced air, whatever. It's not her. Herlock, was it? No. I have no air. I mean, I have hair. So please call me Sholmes. Oh my god, that's funny. Oh god, that's funny. You can't read all of... You can read all of my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rant magazine? Rant? Rancid magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue. I have it sent from England especially. Yes. Here it is, The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories then. Indeed I am. And you've read so many of your own stories, you've started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward? Backward. My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer, do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. Dr. Wilson? I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Oh yeah, fantastically busy. Like, what is this pose? Why this very moment I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Let's see. His name is still taking me out. I can't. We did that for 4 games. Oh yes, my favorite book, Rancid Publications. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture, fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin, all these things are data. Right, And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. See, I just go unga bunga, press A. Press A, I get my response here, and then I get data, and then I just do present, and that's it. That's how I do things. Oh my god. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can he look me in the eye and claim that? So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction and fame. That is what makes me the one and only heir, no, Herlock Sholmes. Right. So, Kazuma's death, tell me about that. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have you managed to deduce anything, my dear fellow? Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in this most cunning hiding place? In his most cunning hiding place, that's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, that you totally detected wrong. Ah, I see. In other words. Yeah. I'm in these now because of him. Yeah. It's his fault. When I became anxious about Kazuma-sama this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. That explains the broken latch. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Herlock Sholmes was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit, Mr. Naruhodo. I mean, you just okay. The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, 2 facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? 2 facts, you say? Oh, more text. Alright. And Nika Bibbs, how's it going? Someday showing the back will do something relevant. Right? Someday. Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts were apparent to you that were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Yes. But first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yes, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate? Just fucking say educate! Oh my god! The two facts that I deducted from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1, the cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2, the victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, second pronunciation was right. Oh, okay, so I got it right the second time. Cool. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. Elucidate. What the fuck? Yep. It says rapapab. Rapapab. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. Oh, wardrobe. Oh, okay. See, I thought it was watrapab. Rapapab. That's what I thought. But apparently it's wardrobe. Okay. Do you really think Kazuma-sama would have or could have left a dying message in Russian? In the final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. He's Japanese! Kazuma was Russian, was he? Initially, I considered Garderobe maybe the name of the killer. A certain Robert Guard, perhaps. Oh my god. But in interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Kazuma doesn't know Russian, so Susato is annoying. Oh my god. Were he from Mr. Naruto, although sleeping soundly? The last 3 letters look like Pog. Oh my god. Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Except I'm not Russian. Why is it that I'm Russian too? We're all Russian. I'm fucking Russian. Da. I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if memory serves, that outfit is a traditional dress of the Russian... Okay, I'm done. I am... A Japanese schoolboy's outfit is Russian, apparently. It's Russian. Oh my god. Just everyone just say da in chat. We're all Russian here. Da. Oh god. Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no... Susato! And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. Oh my god. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that I might analyze it for possible hidden details. Oh my god, yeah. Duh! Oh god. Man, why is he dead? This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Oh god. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. Oh, he's dead. Oh my god. We had a bond. Like last week when I last played, we literally had a bond. Oh my god. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, yes, thank you. The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. Can I ask you something, Mr. Sholmes? What pray? You mentioned Russia before as well. Yeah, he did. You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all of that, low-key Ruv. If you know who Ruv is from Friday Night Funkin' from the mod. It's funny because Ruv is actually a Russian he's literally a revolutionary Russian that's running away. And he has a criminal past, which is funny. Yeah, fleeing from Russia and all of that. Yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? What? What did you say? Coello, yeah, Coello. I don't even know what that says. Certainly, if it interests you. How many times? I'm not Russian and I don't speak Russian. Yeah, I don't. Oh god. Yes, and check it out because I did actually play the mod on my YouTube channel. I have 2 Friday Night Funkin' videos. I'm waiting until the October release of the standalone game to come out, and then I'm gonna do a whole new recording session of that, which is gonna be awesome. Yo, Sholmes, you speak in Russian? Sus, right? Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean. The now famously accurate troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. Yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Does my main character actually look like that? You in your brain deduce that I look like that. Hello? I just magically shrunk, cut my nose, shaved my beard, got a face rework, and lost a shit ton of face, and changed my name to Villain Bolshevik? What? Sure, that is not me. That is not me. What? Hello? What the fuck? This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Cosmo a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes was concluded he was Russian because of what Cosmo-sama wrote on the floor. It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after the true identity was discovered. Okay. So, I may have understood that wrong, but I want to say the picture is the image of a victim, or a recent victim. But even then, like, no. I do not have those Russian features. Oh, or never mind. He thought that was me. Yes, you, Villain Bolshevik. I am not Bolshevik. Okay, I understood it right. Okay, I am not Bolshevik. He can't even pronounce Bolshevik. I am not Villain Bolshevik. Like, he literally can't say villain. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this. Exactly! Look at his face! The nose! The fucking everything! It's not him! Like, it's not him! It's not. He's not him! Just look at his face! It's not! Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Okay. Therefore, you have no doubt learnt to revolutionize your appearance as well. You think we have that kind of technology, sir? I would have scars all over my face. I would literally have, like, I would be in pain for the longest time to recover. My face would still be swollen. I would literally have bruises on my face still from quote-unquote plastic surgery, which I don't think plastic surgery was really a thing back then. And if it was, the mortality rate was probably like garbage. Please. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Okay, look, that was a mistake. Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower? Yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. Wait, the deeds of the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There could be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters? I wonder. And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan, he doesn't even know what Afghanistan is. Here, take the paper for yourself. As a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. The article about the revolutionary has been entered in the court record. Dude, Herlock Holmes is giving me a heart attack over here. It's making me stressed. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back? Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you. Though, you may need someone to interpret. Right. It's all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. Oh boy, here we go again. Russian stuff again. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. What were you just investigating? Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Ah, yes, the victim. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Observe for a moment. The desktop of the victim. This is like one of my favorite songs in this game. It's so good. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. London diary. Cosmo was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but can we read it now? I don't think you should read his private writings. It would upset people. He already read it. Tragic. He already read it. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? Yeah, he read it. It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. You sure? Oh, I see. You sure? Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. No. She's not gonna do it. You know why? Because she want that dick. She want that Sherlock Holmes dick. She's not gonna take him down. Susato-san, aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? No. I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san. What on earth do you mean? See, she's trying to act all innocent and cute because she wants she wants Herlock Sholmes' dick. That's exactly what she wants. Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim, it would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. I thought you knew Japanese, sir. A smattering, dear boy, a smattering. Okay, so he only knows konnichiwa. That's it. That's not knowing Japanese. Sayonara, banzai, mikado, nado nado. Trust me, you're suitably impressed. No, I am not, because I know how to say oname wa vari desu. I know how to say ogenki desu ka. I know how to say konnichiwa, ohayo, itadakimasu. I know more words than you, sir. Freaking, I know how to, koko doko desu ka. Whatever. I know how to say all those things, sir. Ha! But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. Gavibs, I hate him. Oh my god. Right, okay, Sholmes. So what was all that showing off about before then? If you'd be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you, Mr. Sholmes. This guy. I'm much obliged, my dear madame. The final entry here in Kazuma-sama's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Oh, you see, I told you. That vent's gonna play a part. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? Told you that vent's gonna play a part. I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? That man was presumably referring to the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Low-key, what if it was a snake that, like, somehow just climbed up and down the wall and just killed him? Yes, the adjoining cabin. Kazuma's diary has been entered into the court record. Thank you. Thank you. So, I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least. Do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writing in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? He better. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate, hence the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? Yeah? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? But why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. But I'm not Bolsheviks, whatever his name is. Oh, these. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No. There's no point trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. But you opened the closet door and said, whoever's in the closet door, that's the culprit. Are you, I'm actually recollecting. No! You said that I was the Bolshevik person. And then you're saying that person is the Russian serial killer. So, hello? I guess he didn't blatantly say that you are the culprit. Wait. No. You must be joking. You just said it only a moment ago. I was about to say, yeah, he literally said your name was the Bolshevik person. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that too. Yeah, thank you. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal. You know, not real. You literally just said that I was a Russian revolutionary serial killer that came from Afghanistan, and I somehow did plastic surgery to change the appearance of my face, and my name is, I think, it was what, villain Bolshevik. So what the fuck are you talking about, Mr. Sholmes, hello? So what were you looking at my knees before? So what? Were you looking at my knees before? Some great detective you are. Well, anyway, that was then, and this is now. Oh, he's one of those. Okay, he's one of those. All right, this guy. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. This motherfucker. Now he's just being plain rude. Yeah, what the fuck? And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san? Well, what are you just standing there for? What? You must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... Okay, she broke them. Holy shit. After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moment struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate? I mean, I have no choice because you literally forcibly made me roll over. As if you give me any choice in the rolling over part. Okay, Susato. Okay, let's go. I think we still have some investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself, and I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. Is that... Who's that? Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? Oh no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling like I've seen him somewhere before. That's the detective. Oh my god. Okay. That is our friendly butler man from the last case. So he's undercover as a crewmate. Alright. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. I wouldn't be surprised if things go missing on the crime scene. Because he's a fucking crime scene klepto. Excuse me, sir. He's a crime scene klepto. Yes, what can I do for you? Oh boy. He's gonna be a reoccurring character. This is gonna be great. I recognize that face, but it can't be. Yep, there goes a cough and then blood. Yep. It is! I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosanaga. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship. Again? You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. I never expected to see this man on board, but perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Alright. Special orders. What were these orders? So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector? Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? He's not gonna say it. He's not gonna say it. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. And you didn't protect him? And you didn't protect him? It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. Oh, thank you for the host, Shadow. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. How could that even be a possibility? What? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest power. Why the fuck weren't you in the room with him? Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. Oh, God. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. It's fine because he was in his room, the door was locked and stuff like that, and, you know, somebody probably went through the vent, but you should have just been in the room with him. Inspector. So, if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. Please tell Herlock Sholmes that I am not Russian. That would be great. Permission to investigate. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not. We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you moved to even touch the handle of the cabin door, oh, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. I suppose. I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. But I'm not. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how... Maybe the magazine? I don't know. There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san, by presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence. It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel and then choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes. I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present to the detective the evidence that needs to persuade the captain. Alright, evidence! So it's not that. It's not that. An article on the front page of Russian headline, Revolutionary flees Russia via Shanghai. According to his last entry, the spy would appear to be a Speckled band. Examine. Oh! Oh, it's a pretty lady. This is interesting. Have you found something relevant, Naruhodo-san? Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. No, nor can I, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. I'm glad you noticed this article. Aren't you supposed to be next door? Hello? Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, this Mr. Sholmes. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why is that such a common name? Why are Russian names so hard to remember? It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room, wearing the diamond tiara as you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 ruble. 20,000? Holy shit. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. The tiara is a property of the Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. I'm not even going to dignify that with the response, Mr. Naruhodo. Okay, that's been entered, that's been updated, because we have to investigate in order for it to uppity dates. So, I am going to present to Rooney the article about the ballerina. Can I? There is no present option. This is the present option. Here, article about the ballerina. Presents. Can I show you this newspaper, Inspector? I'm sorry, but I can't read Russian very well. Oh no, that's alright. I know what it says. Your friends can read it too. So you just wanted to point out your university level linguistic talents, is that it? Sorry? Nothing like me with my regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you're trying to say? No. Sorry, forget I mentioned it. Okay, never mind, that wasn't it. Article of Revolutionary? Could it be that? Can I show you this newspaper, Inspector? I'm sorry, but I can't read Russian very well. Oh no, that's alright, I know what it says. And then he's gonna... Okay. He's not even gonna take into regards the content at all. Alright, my badge. My badge. Inspector, can I show you this? What the? Is that a fabled Imperial University pin badge? I'm not sure if it's really fabled exactly, but... My badge. So, you're a genuine student then. Sorry? Nothing like me with my regular schooling. You're something much greater. Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. Can I have my badge back, please? Can I have my badge back, please? Alright. Okay. Let's examine this. I can hear faint what looks like some sort of thing from a ventilator grow. I guess this? It's Cosmo's diary. Okay, yeah, that was the right one. It begins showing everyone our badge. Just before he died, Cosmo-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right, so if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Alright then. can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? What captain? I'm a man of my word. Oh shit, Hosanaga with the hookup. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. The Capitan. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you. Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move and we can leave this cabin at last. Move. Alright, let's see what we can find out. Ooh, we get a move now. Okay. Alright, goodbye, sir. We are gonna schmoove. You must get out of this cabin. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. It says Buria. First class cabin passed away. Oof, I'm finally out of that cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be, and this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh, I see the guy in the corner. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs? You know, he does his squats. He does his squats. You look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I mean, he's been in the closet for how many days? He's been stuffed in that cabin. Like, he literally came in here in a suitcase, got thrown in there, but he's been living in a wardrobe for like, what? How many days I said? Like 16 days? Of course he's gonna be looking around like, the fuck is all of this? I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. I've been in a wardrobe. Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe, exactly. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Alright, let's examine things. I'm more curious about this mechanism over here. What the fuck is that? What is that? Ah, a trap for catching mice. Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what's called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes... They don't have cheese in Japan at this time? Oh my god. Holy shit. You can't eat it, Naruto-san. The trap will shut on your fingers. Oh my god. Really? But... I suppose you're right. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Oh. Oh, poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Oh, poor Kazuma. Rip. Holy shit. Alright. The beru. What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing, Naruto-san? You mustn't touch it. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. This ship included. Oh, jeez. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Sure. Lady, sure. Alright. That's the ship's layout. This looks like a plan of the SS Buria, but it shows each deck. Look. The Buria is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Yes, the common question back then. It's called the art of buoyancy, Ryunosuke. Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. It is. Well, consider the Japanese archipelago? Archipelago? The islands of Japan? Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth. Many, many times larger than this ship. And yet they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Well, I suppose so. It's called buoyancy. Science! Buoyancy. That's what it's called. That's a huge book on top of the table there. And there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. And nothing. No reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. Oh, the guy on the side. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. That's very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. What do you have to say, sir? Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You little stowaway murderer. Oh, here we go. That wasn't a good start, was it? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid? Oh! 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 Have you seen that I've caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san? Oh my god. I'm not a sailor. My mother gave me name. Oh. I am senior crewman Biff Stroganoff. Biff Stroganoff. Oh. Beef Stroganoff? Come on. Come on. Really? Really? Beef Stroganoff? Biff? Biff Stroganoff? Come on. Okay. Whew, the best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Oh my god. Mr. Stroganoff. About this first-class cabin area. Here we are in finest part of Buria steamship for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret. Many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. You threw me inside to be exact. I want to pick you up and throw you in the ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you? If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Osogi's currently occupied? Da! Susato-san, did you understand that? I think that said da. It sounded like da. Yeah, he said da. Yes. I think it's probably Russian for yes or no. I think Russian no is literally no. Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Oh. Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. Yes. It's tantalizing. Passenger the next door cabin. Can I get an invite? Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman. Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western. Just because he's Western doesn't mean that bitch can't kill. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East islands. That was harsh. Yeah, damn. Holy fuck. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came abroad? That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now and I've been in Cosmo's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there's anyone there. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first class cabins, he must be rather important, is that right? That is not your business. Well, I'm right. We're right. What about last night, sir? Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Da, all time. So criminal like you cannot come in or get out. I wondered, could you tell us anything about last night at all? I think criminal, he like pronounces the C part. Criminal. He puts the in the criminal. It is sad about student boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Het? What does that say? Het. Da! Susato-san? Did you understand that? Oh god. It was clearly a no. No, that was a no. I saw nothing unusual, nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry. Okay, sorry. Damn. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there. No, he saw some shit. I'm on to him. He saw some shit. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yes, alright. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yes, I understand. Not really. Why does Rose look like the battle pass? The fuck, McGlenny? Anyways. Good. Now we can investigate this area properly. Yes. Definitely. Alright. I don't even know what that means for McGlenny. Can we go inside now? Yeah, can we go inside? This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Just knock on the door. Knock, knock. Who's there? Rose. No answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. But hi, McLenny. Hello, hello, hello. How annoying. Ah! Ah! What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Ah! Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down. Oh, okay. Mr. Sholmes. I shan't be stopped. When The fit is on me. I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Okay. Please, wait, Mr. Sholmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What prey can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Yeah, that's right. No time to think about stress relief. Just go. Did someone else die? It's because Rose has a stream. Oh my god, McLenny. The SS Buria, first class captain. No. Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. Right. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. Right. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screams? Get out, all of you, now. Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe? Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. No. I'm a great detective among great detectives, one who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card, for real, Jesus. Also, can we take in that Sholmes was fine with kicking down a door? Yes, he was fine with kicking down a door. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So, might I be so bold to ask you to open that small traveling case? Yes, because a female body could be that small to fit in there. What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? I mean, we kind of fit in a trunk, but it was big enough for us, though. Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Excuse you? What? Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo? Yes, the case just shook. Leave, now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. I couldn't agree more. Let's see if you can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Alright, let's examine this. Because I'm very curious on what's inside this trunk. What do you think you're doing? Sorry. Sherlock! Or Herlock, whatever. He's just chilling in the wardrobe. Wardrobe. He's just chilling in there. This is my cabin. Get out. Could we just have a quick look inside your traveling case, perhaps? No. Okay, fine. What a pity. I think we're out of luck. I think you're right. There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do. I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Hey, Mr. Great Detective, can you get us in that suitcase? Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Sholmes? Yes, get us in that suitcase. You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Sholmes, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh boy, here we go. Oh! And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective a weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Uh-huh. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Oh yes, please. Do your thing, Herlock. Do it. Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the test. Okay. Let's see this great deduction. Here we go. Should this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? Can you just get to the point? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes, I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh, I must have complete silence. Oh, here we go. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. What? There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions, which I think 2 is going to be a common number for him. What do you mean? Number 1. Your true identity is that of a villain. Okay. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? Huh? And number 2, the other conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment, no less in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? You are the most dumbest motherfucker in this shit. Oh, no, hold on a second. I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle? You mean, what a fucking sham? Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. This is like a dream come true. Right. You need to take that dream back. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Roylott's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How could you? How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this part of conclusions. So, do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Oh. Oh. old man's identity. Okay. So the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott, obviously, what catches the eye in the first place? I like that. Is an enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now moving on. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article, which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott. Okay. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity article is the article about the revolutionary. In translation, the headline reads, "Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai." As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Right, Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, villain Bolshevik. Now that I've heard of you myself, you understand? Right. Every time, oh my god. No. Dude, I would be drunk. I'll be so drunk if I took a shot every time he says that. Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawareness, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before your very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse. You can't refuse Sholmes, apparently. What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps? One slight enough to fit therein? Don't be absurd. And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless See, I know coup d'etat, but I don't know coup DL? Coup DL? I don't fucking know how to say that. Betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. You got, oh, I actually pronounced it right. Okay, damn. Coup DL. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, most stimulating article. Oh. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back of the page. Snap. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. Kidnapping of a young ballerina. Ding. Ding. Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elemensky? The fuck does Elemensky mean? What? Alright. I think this is a good place to stop. Because it is that time. Right? Yeah, sure. Okay. It is that time for me to stop, unfortunately. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I really, 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 really do. I enjoyed this session a lot. It was great. I had fun. This story is like blew my mind. Our best boy is dead. Our boy is dead, and I'm sad. But we will see how the rest of this goes on. We will see how the rest goes. I'm exhausted. My throat's about to like kill itself. But no, it was fun. It was great. But other than that, have an awesome night. Bye-bye.